I hope we have an outro. Before we begin this reaction, I'd like to thank our supporters that provide funding to film and edit this video. Since we are unable to monetize any of our React videos uploaded to this channel, it is our Patreon that provides us the funding to continue making our channel bigger and better. We have a lot of interesting and exclusive content uploaded to our Patreon, which includes uncut reactions to this song, reactions to Japanese releases, live stages, games, and more. Many thanks again to those who are able to support us. Let the reaction begin. Yes, okay, so you are now reacting to the girl group Dreamcatcher and their 2022 comeback Maison, which is French for
bread.
That was very close.
What is it?
Close, yeah. You'd find bread in this place.
A bakery. A store. A market.
You're getting further away.
No, an oven.
What is an oven in?
A kitchen.
What is a kitchen in?
A house.
Maison is a song that sends a message to those that shamelessly destroy the environment in this current state of the earth, which is gradually losing its original state due to the actions of humankind. Hashtag global warming, hashtag climate control, hashtag recycle, please. And compost. And electric cars, right?
Or just walk.
Or just walk everywhere you go.
Or bike, if you're too far for walking. I walk everywhere.
Go, Sean. They sing, save my home in the jungle, save my home in the polar, protect my home please, someone fight for us.
Nice.
The song is composed by Lise Nolounder. What was that face?
I just don't know what to expect.
Yeah, just based on that concept, what kind of song do you think? This is Dreamcatcher, so it's going to be partially rock.
That makes it like even less clear what it's gonna be.
I feel like that 70s anti-war vibe. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like a political movement.
She's like, no.
She's like, we're editing this out.
Well, we're about to find out very soon. 3, 2, 1.
Très bien.
Whoa. Whoa.
Whoa.
Oh, that's a sick bass.
Oh my god, look at her bangs.
Whoa!
Those are helmet choices.
They added in some white noise to the guitar sound to make it extra distorted.
It does a very good job of sucking you in. I'm already forgetting the world around me. It's just whatever this is. It's cool.
Dude, that 80s synth going. That's so cool.
Is this the final mix? Okay, I have something to say about that.
Short hair gay. What? You look so good, girl. That's so cute. Okay, interesting choice.
Are we in the chorus?
I think we're at the chorus.
Ooh. A little half step up to make it a true dominant.
Oh my gosh.
Love the darkness in her tone.
I like that.
She keeps that motif of ending on the second little group, like da 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 or ba ba. I don't know, just these chords are just, they feel like home. They feel so familiar, but they're just so good.
Yeah.
Oh, she just disintegrated.
She disappeared.
That's shit.
I like how it just goes straight into the chorus.
Yeah, no. There's not a lot of build up.
There's a little breath. Different key. We're somewhere else. What?
Well, what?
Yeah, keep going.
What? Like what?
Yeah.
New drum beat.
Yeah, more driving.
Nice. I hope we have an outro.
Yeah, this felt.
Whoa, that was cool.
That was nice chromaticism.
That is really good chromaticism.
Okay, cool.
The chorus is back, but with new harmonization.
Now the chromaticism is going up.
It's like this anxiety, like it's running out of time, you know?
Oh, that's a good observation.
Wow, that was a thing.
Okay.
That was pretty crazy. That was overwhelming.
Dang,
Okay.
that was good.
Wow.
Fucking slaps, dude.
As soon as the tom fill happened, I was like, yeah.
Overall, I enjoy this comeback.
The one thing that really stood out to me is that they used the same material in like the first verse with the guitar for the chorus. So it was just like very copy paste there.
I think we're just used to having such a different textural experience when you arrive at the chorus for Dreamcatcher.
I feel like the chorus itself is not one of their better ones.
Because it prolongs the same energy that we had in the verse.
Right.
And typically when writing a pop song, you want to have like that energy grow a little bit.
Yeah, and it's kind of the same general progression.
The chorus is just, and then 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 on a minor scale. I feel like they've done songs that are more diatonic, but more interesting than that, you know.
I really enjoyed the texture change at Dami's rap. And also her rapping's great too, but like beyond just the quality of rapping, I think that texture change really helped, especially because it's coming out of the chorus that didn't have as much texture change, and then it really shifts for that.
Yeah, I was like, I'm gonna have mixed feelings about this song if the texture doesn't change, but then the texture changed, and I'm like, I no longer have mixed feelings.
I love how they add back in layers towards the end of that rap verse. That's super cool.
There was something about how they composed that where the bass, the 808, kept the guitar line. And then when the guitar came in, I was like, dang, like they really like made that sound really cool.
And just that freaking, like she's just spitting like 16th notes, but like where it starts, I think makes like the inflection really wonky. Like it's really cool. Oh yeah, it starts on the E. Yeah. On the E of 1, that little line.
I thought you were about to like tear apart the mix, but you like it?
I like the song. I think the mix is not very, okay. Yeah. They mixed it like it was a dance song. The thing though is because of that, the vocals are way too quiet.
I was gonna say I couldn't really hear the vocals.
The vocals are way too quiet. You could barely pick out any of the harmonies or any of the voices at all because that distortion in the guitar is so loud.
Do you think that's the symbolic point though? Because if it's hard to hear them, that's frustrating. And I feel like that's how a lot of people advocating, you know what I mean, like to raise awareness of climate change feel like it's very hard to hear them. It's hard for them to be heard. And it's something like a distortion is drowning it out. So it's like, rah, you know, like why can't I hear them?
I think that's a good idea. I just think if we can't hear the message, then the message itself is getting lost. I think the composition-wise, all the elements are there, but for me, the mix was so distracting.
I think the production in this needed some help because first of all, the bass was very low. Like there was no like grounding in it. But then when you get to the bridge, the piano, the acoustic piano sound just went vroom, and it just like smacked you in the face, and it was like different. It like punched you in the face saying, "This is a bridge. We are different now." But like if they just like mixed it a little lower, then maybe it would have worked and been more subtle. But that was just like, oh, pretty world, boom chord. So it was just like really intense. But then it was cool. Like it built up. Like I actually liked that. It was very energetic.
I kind of want to go in and talk about what happened in the bridge harmonically, and then we added in some major, right? In the
Yes, it had been a lot of that sort of thing, and then it suddenly went to this, which, like, kind of coming out of nowhere, just sounds like it could be a modulation. Although I think it was then ultimately just like a big 5-1, but just like hitting the 5 with such a big texture change makes it feel like you might have just modulated. Harmonically, the bridge is very simple. It's just 5, 1, 5, 5 continues, but it feels very different because they haven't been doing that sort of texture and style, so it still works because of the texture changes.
And they use the choir to get back to tonic.
Yeah.
Using that leading tone.
Yeah.
To arrive here.
I also want to talk about the chromatic parts in the chorus. In the first time the chorus happens, it's but then the second time, or in the final part, it's like
Da 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 da. Da da da. That G is very cool because it sounds like they're just doing minor major, but then they go to the 4, and so this becomes the leading chord to that.
when I heard it, I was like, oh my gosh, like that's really cool. With something as important as a chorus, usually you don't take a lot of risks in terms of like changing the part of your song that is supposed to be like your emotional climax. But the fact that they did that, and I think they did it really well. The fact that they did that, I think is really cool.
There's so much minor major shenanigans in K-pop that the fact that they went more, you know, down to earth and like I guess something more classical is something that I thought was actually pretty cool.
That last reprise of everything made it so epic.
Yeah.
So epic. I loved, that might have been my favorite part of the song.
Yeah, like this does seem like it's a little more of an outro focused song in how like the chorus isn't hitting as hard, but then the outro's really long. Like it's a big outro.
It's just got this grand feel, like the whole scale of it is super epic. Everything ties back into the message they're getting across, and that's great. Like how you can just enhance and augment the impact of it just through those simple techniques. Like it's great. My Dreamcatcher stand now.
Yeah, it doesn't quite reach the full octave, does it?
Yeah.
It ends on like scale degree 2.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Maybe even. I can't remember.
I think that's
yeah,
where
I
it
think it's
ended.
a flat 2.
This fucking grooves so hard.
Why is that? We have more repeated material than usual, but why does the groove never end? Why is it so good?
It just like keeps going. There's no like stop. It's just like,
Yeah, honestly, like it just keeps powering through to the bridge, really.
yeah,
Like,
it really
it's-
does.
No, the foundation is the synth line though.
Yeah,
the synth line is so sick.
Yeah, and there's no build up to the chorus like at all. It just goes straight in.
The syncopation in the vocals plus like just I don't know how groovy the synth line. It grooves, but there's a sense of urgency about everything, and that lends itself to the message for sure.
How does it lend itself to the message?
You're freaking talking about how quickly like all of our actions, all the detriments to the environment that we've caused are catching up to us. Like lends itself to that message. Like you gotta take action before it catches up to you.
And also, since this topic is on global warming and preserving our planet, I would like to suggest for people to check out Vlogbrothers and Hank Green's video on, what is it called? It's called How We Fix the Climate. So if this song by any chance makes you think like, ooh, I should do more research on how we can preserve our climate, that's a really good video to watch. Hank Green is a motivational speaker of some sorts. He's very entertaining to watch, so that's a good educational video no matter what age you are, and I tend to rewatch it a lot because there's a lot of info in it about how do we preserve the climate, how do we save the earth, protect our home. So check it out if this topic of the song may interest you into doing that. Our fandom name is called InSomnia in Dream. You're welcome to join anytime.
Oh.